Beloved soul, the ring is waiting in a box with a secret. The angels have guided you here to reveal a hidden, tear-stained choice, a word that your soulmate has already picked the proposal ring in secret, and the reason they chose it is written in the quiet, holy love they hold for you. If you have ever felt the weight of an unspoken promise, a certainty of forever that hasn't yet been spoken aloud, this message is your sacred glimpse behind the curtain. This is the story of the ring chosen in solitude, a vow already made in the heart. To step into the light of this holy secret, open your heart and click subscribe. Each video is a new heartbeat as the moment draws near, meant just for you. When this word of a secretly chosen, tear-stained ring resonates in your spirit, leave a comment below with "The ring is chosen," or share the moment a quiet promise became a tangible hope. Your spiritual anticipation becomes the altar for this community. For those moved to support this channel of messages about holy secrets and love that chooses before it asks, your super thanks helps us share more stories of the quiet, tearful moments that lead to a loud, joyful yes. Now, see the vision above the gold and receive the word of the ring that is already yours. Beloved soul, you have been on their mind for so long now, more than you know, more than they can explain. They've tried to fight it. They've tried to hide it. But love this real can't be denied anymore. They picked the ring, in secret, alone with trembling hands, because they knew it could only be you. They whispered your name while holding it, and the tears started falling, not because they were afraid, but because it felt holy, like heaven was watching, like God himself was saying yes, yes, this is the one. Yes, this is the moment. Yes, this love is ordained. They picked the ring while shaking, because they never thought they'd feel this kind of certainty. And still, they didn't tell anyone yet, not even their closest friend, because it's too deep, too sacred, too personal. Only heaven and their heart knows. For now, but the moment is coming. The moment where it will all be revealed, and you need to be ready, because when the ring shows up, it won't come with a warning. It will come like a flood, a bold confession, a holy declaration, a trembling vow made in love and in fire. And it's all because of you. You changed everything, without forcing anything. You made them see the truth. Without saying a word, you awakened something in them, and they couldn't go back to sleep. They couldn't forget your spirit, your smile, your stillness, your softness. They kept replaying your words in their mind. They kept dreaming about what it would feel like to call you mine. They didn't just fall in love with you. They fell in love with the way you made them feel like home. So they chose the ring, not because of pressure, not because of timing, but because the love felt like destiny, like God had whispered it into their soul. Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." Beloved, the time is almost right, and heaven is stirring, and something sacred is unfolding. Subscribe now to Angel Messages for you, so you don't miss the signs that are coming. Like this video, if your heart feels the truth in this message, comment below with a powerful word like, "I feel the ring is near," or "This love is ordained." And if this message speaks to your soul, send a super thanks to help us keep sharing these sacred divine confirmations. Now take a deep breath, because this love story is about to open a new chapter. They picked the ring because their soul picked you, and nothing will be the same again. They saw 1,000 rings, but none of them felt right. Until that one, the one that made their heart beat faster, the one that whispered your name. It wasn't the biggest. It wasn't the most expensive, but it felt alive. It felt holy. It felt like you. And in that moment, they knew, this is the one I will offer, not just with my hands, but with my whole heart. They stared at it for a long time, their fingers trembling, their breath uneven, because it wasn't just a ring, it was a future, a vow, a surrender, a yes to the most sacred love they've ever known. They imagined you wearing it, smiling, crying, shaking your head in disbelief, and saying yes. That vision hasn't left their mind. They carry it like a hidden flame everywhere they go. They pick the ring, and now they're planning how to give it to you, not for attention, not for perfection, but for meaning, for truth, for destiny. They want it to be special. They want it to be unforgettable, because you deserve more than a proposal. You deserve a divine moment, a moment when time stops, and everything feels like heaven. They've practiced what to say, over and over. They've written notes and thrown them away, because words still feel too small for a love this big. But the intention is sealed. The decision is made. They're not turning back. They are going forward, with you in their heart, with the ring in their hand, and with a prayer on their lips. Proverbs 18:22 says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." They know they found you. They feel the favor. They feel the fire. They feel the call. And even if they haven't told you yet, even if you're unaware, heaven knows. Angels are already rejoicing, because the ring is not just a ring. It's a sign that your wait is almost over, that the promise is coming, that the love story is entering a holy chapter. So get ready. Get your heart open. Get your spirit prepared, because this love will knock on your door suddenly, and when it does, you'll remember this word. You'll remember this message. You'll remember that the ring was picked in secret, but the proposal will be made in glory. If this speaks to your soul, subscribe now to Angel Messages for you, so you never miss another heavenly word meant for you. Click like to seal your spirit in agreement. Comment below with, "I receive my divine proposal," or any sacred word God places on your heart. And don't forget to send a super thanks to bless this message and help it reach others waiting for their holy promise. Because this love is real, and it's getting closer. They picked the ring in secret, but soon they will pick you publicly, powerfully, forever. They keep the ring somewhere safe, somewhere only they can see. Not in a box, not in a drawer, but in a place tied to their prayers. They've spoken to God about it, and every time they do, they feel peace, they feel permission, they feel that quiet, holy push. This is the one. Not just the ring, but you. You are the one their soul calls home, the one their spirit feels covered by, the one that makes them feel chosen by heaven. And they've wrestled with it, because this love feels too good, too sacred, too overwhelming. They've said things to themselves like, "What if they don't believe I'm ready? What if I mess it up? What if I'm not enough?" But every fear melts when they look at that ring, because the ring reminds them they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be pure, and their love for you is pure. It has been purified through trials, tested by time, refined in fire. They've waited long enough. They've prayed long enough. And now something has shifted. They woke up today, and something had changed. Their doubts faded. Their strength returned. Their courage rose. And they said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask them. I'm going to choose them fully. They picked the ring when no one was watching. But now, they want the world to see who they're committing to see who they're aligning with, to see the one God gave them. And that is you. Isaiah 60:22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. The angels say, this is that time. Everything you've been waiting for, everything you've been praying for, it's aligning now. The delays were divine. The silence was sacred. But now comes the sound. Now comes the movement. Now comes the moment. The ring is proof, not just of love, but of readiness. They're ready, more ready than you think. They've counted the cost. They've made peace with the past. They've surrendered the fear. And now they're choosing boldness. They're choosing action. They're choosing covenant. If you feel this word awakening something in you, pause, breathe, and receive. Let your heart say yes. Let your spirit agree. Let your body prepare. Because what's coming is holy, is beautiful, is soon. Subscribe now to Angel Messages for you, so you don't miss the next divine update sent just for your journey. Click like if your spirit says, Amen. Comment below with I am ready for my covenant. Or share the moment you knew love was picking you in secret. And if this message stirred your heart, please consider sending a super thanks. It supports more messages like this reaching those still waiting in faith. You are not forgotten. You are not skipped. You are being remembered. Because they picked the ring, and heaven picked the time. And you were always the one. They looked at so many rings, not just once, not just in passing, but over and over. They scanned through styles. They felt textures. They held each one and asked, is this the one they'll say yes to? And not just yes to the ring, but yes to the life. Yes to the calling. Yes to the sacred journey ahead. They didn't just choose what sparkled the most. They chose what felt like you. What carried your softness? What reflected your light? What held your essence? And beloved soul, the one they picked, it's not just beautiful, it's prophetic. It speaks of promises, of patience, of destiny, of a love that didn't rush, but waited until heaven said, go. They remember the day they picked it. It was quiet, still, sacred. They were alone, but not really, because in that moment, God was there. The angels were watching, and heaven whispered, this is the one that will mark the beginning. And the moment they picked it, something happened inside them. Tears welled up. Their heart pounded. Their hands trembled. Because suddenly, it was real. This wasn't just a dream. This wasn't just a prayer. It was a moment sealed in divine timing. They hid the ring away. But every now and then, they check on it. They open the box. They hold it in their hand. And every time, they think of you. They imagine your smile, your tears, your surprise, your whispered, yes. And they rehearse the moment. They've gone over it so many times in their head. The words they'll say, the way they'll kneel, the timing, the location. But even though they've rehearsed, there's one thing they cannot predict, your reaction. And that's what both excites and humbles them, because you are a mystery to them, a sacred mystery, a gift they still feel unworthy of. But this is what the angels are saying. They're not backing out. They're not waiting anymore. They've received confirmation. They've received courage. They've received peace. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." This is that time, and this love is that beautiful. You may not have known how close this is. You may have felt distant, uncertain, worn out, tired of waiting. But heaven says, the preparation was not in vain. The delay was divine. The reason was sacred, because the one who picks the ring in secret is the one who plans to love you in public. Beloved soul, can you feel it? The shift, the nearness, the holy excitement rising in the spirit. They are coming, with trembling hands, with open heart, with the ring they chose in love. They didn't ask anyone else for permission, because heaven already gave the yes, and now they're ready. Not perfect, but prepared. Subscribe now to Angel Messages for you. If this word feels like it was sent to your spirit, click the like button to declare your agreement with divine timing. Leave a comment below that says, "The proposal is already in motion," or share a time you felt something shift in your spirit about your future. And if you want to support these sacred messages, please consider tapping the Super Thanks button. Your support brings light to others still holding on to hope. This is not just about a ring. This is about a calling, a covenant, a destiny. And it's about to unfold. They're holding on to it right now. That ring, that promise, that sacred piece of your future. They look at it when they miss you. They look at it when they pray. They look at it when doubt tries to speak. And the angels say, every time they hold it, their faith grows stronger, because this ring is more than jewelry. It's more than a gift. It's more than a surprise. It is their confirmation that they are serious, that they are surrendered, that they are ready. It speaks for them when they can't find the words. It holds the tears they haven't shown you. It carries the prayers they whispered in silence. And heaven is saying right now, it's only a matter of time. A holy countdown has begun. Psalm 102:13 says, "You will arise and have mercy, for the time to favor her. Yes, the set time has come. That set time is now. You were not forgotten. You were not skipped. You were not rejected. You were reserved, preserved, protected, for a love that would honor your soul, for a proposal that would change everything. There were delays, but they were divine. There were detours, but they were directed by God. There were tears, but they watered the roots of something unshakable. And now it's sprouting. Now it's blooming. Now it's unfolding. The angels say, you've waited with grace. You've suffered in silence. You've prayed through pain. And your answer is holding a ring, chosen in secret, sealed with faith, protected with reverence. You don't need to look for signs anymore, because the confirmation will come with clarity, with courage, with boldness, with tears. Yes, they'll cry, because they've never felt this sure before, because they've never loved like this before. And when they kneel, it won't just be for tradition. It will be to show you that they're bowing to the call of heaven, that they're honoring what God has put between you. And in that moment, you will know that every wait was worth it, that every battle made you stronger, that every silence was sacred, because God was writing something eternal. Romans 8:28 reminds us, all things work together for good, to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. You were called. This love is part of that purpose, and the ring is the earthly sign of a heavenly alignment. Subscribe now to Angel Messages for you. If your spirit knows this message was for you, type in the comments, "The ring was chosen in faith," or share the moment you felt something spiritual shift in your season. Click the like button as your public amen. And if this message stirred your soul, tap the super thanks and help bring these words to others who are waiting with hope. Now breathe in, beloved soul. Let this word wash over your waiting heart. Let the truth of their secret choice give you peace, because what's been hidden in preparation is about to be revealed in glory. They keep checking the box. They open it. They stare. They smile. Then they close it again. Not because they're unsure, but because they're overwhelmed. Overwhelmed by how deeply they feel this. Overwhelmed by what this ring means. It's not just a ring to them. It's a full circle moment. A divine yes. A promise finally becoming flesh. They remember every night they cried for someone like you. They remember how they used to pray, "God, send me someone real, someone who sees me." And now they know. It's you. It's always been you. You are the answered prayer. They picked the ring with tears in their eyes, with trembling hands, with a heart that was already saying, "I do," long before they ever spoke the words. It wasn't impulse. It was revelation. It wasn't pressure. It was prophecy. And heaven was watching. Heaven approved. Heaven smiled. Because this was never just about marriage. This was about mission. This was about covenant. This was about two lives, becoming one holy flame, to light the world with love. Genesis 2:24 says, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." And this is what's coming. Unity, peace, shared purpose, shared prayers, shared destiny. No more questioning if it's real. No more wondering if you're loved. No more doubting if it will happen, because it's already in motion, because the ring is real, because their heart is sure, because God is saying yes. The enemy tried to interfere with distractions, with fear, with confusion, but love has won. Faith has won. God has won. And the moment they reveal the ring, you'll feel it, like heaven opening, like a promise fulfilled, like destiny knocking. So breathe, be still, and prepare your heart, because the ring is coming, because your name is already on their lips, because their next words will be, "Will you marry me?" Subscribe now to Angel Messages for you. If your heart is crying, "I'm ready," comment below with, "I receive the promise," or share the moment you felt God speak through this message. Tap the like button if this gave you goosebumps. And if you feel led, send a super thanks to support more messages that speak directly to waiting hearts. Beloved soul, you've waited with grace. And now, grace is about to put a ring on your finger. They've been imagining it for months, practicing how they'll hold your hand, rehearsing how they'll look into your eyes, memorizing every word they want to say when they kneel down. They've pictured the setting 1,000 times. Will it be quiet and private, or surrounded by people who cheer when you say yes? But one thing is certain, the moment will be sacred. The atmosphere will shift. Time will slow down, because they're not just offering you a ring, they're offering you their soul, their life, their future. This isn't a proposal built on butterflies. It's built on backbone, on faith, on divine fire. And it's not just because they love you. It's because God told them, "This is the one I've chosen for you." They cried after picking the ring, not because they were scared, but because it felt like finally finding home. They felt your spirit when they touched it. They held the ring and whispered your name. They asked heaven to bless it, to bless you, to bless the future. They thought of your smile, your kindness, the way you love without needing to perform. They thought of how you waited, how you kept your heart pure, how you didn't settle, and they knew you were worth the wait. Proverbs 18:22 says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." They feel that favor now. Favor in every heartbeat. Favor in every tear they shed when they think of you. Favor in the faith that brought them this far. The ring is already hidden, but their heart is wide open. Their soul is already saying, soon, the morning they bought it. They didn't even tell anyone. They just sat in silence, letting the weight of the moment sink in, because they weren't just choosing a ring. They were choosing forever. They were choosing you. They're scared, yes, but they're more in love than afraid. They're nervous, yes, but they're more sure than uncertain, because God has been confirming you in the stillness, in the signs, in the visions, in the dreams. God has been whispering your name to them, waking them up in the middle of the night with your face on their heart. Isaiah 60:22 reminds us, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And beloved, the time is right. The ring is ready. The heart is full. Subscribe to angel messages for you. If this feels like your season of sacred surrender and sweet surprises, comment, "I am the one," below. If this message lit something deep in your spirit, click like to agree with heaven's timing, and send a super thanks to help us reach more souls who need to hear that love is on the way and it is heaven approved. They've been talking to God more than anyone else about this, not their family, not their friends. Only God knows how many nights they wept in prayer, asking if they were worthy to love someone like you. They don't take your heart lightly. They don't see you as an option. They see you as sacred, a holy responsibility. When they picked the ring, they didn't think, "What's the trend?" They thought, "What would honor their soul?" They saw 1,000 rings, but only one made them stop breathing. Only one made them say, "This feels like them." And when they held it, they felt your warmth, even though you weren't there. They felt your spirit beside them. They whispered, "I hope this is enough. I hope they say yes. I hope they feel how deeply I adore them." Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." You are their heart's desire, not just because of your beauty, not just because of your laughter, but because your soul carries peace, because your presence brings light. They don't want a shallow love. They don't want a love that burns out in storms. They want a covenant, a forever built on heaven's blueprint. So they bought the ring in silence, with trembling hands, with a heart that kept whispering, "This is really happening." And now, every time they look at it, they see a future. They see your hands holding theirs in prayer. They see laughter in the kitchen, tears in the hallway, forgiveness on the hardest days. They see the moment you'll cry, not because you're broken, but because you'll finally feel chosen, seen, wanted. They're preparing a speech, but mostly they're preparing their soul, because this proposal is not a performance. It's a promise, a holy yes, a divine moment, an echo of what God already decided in heaven. So if your heart feels like it's being stirred right now, it's because your spirit already knows. It's almost time. You may not know what day. You may not see it coming. but heaven has already scheduled it. You don't have to chase love. You don't have to force anything. It's already yours, and they already know it. Song of Solomon 3-4 says, I have found the one whom my soul loves. They've found you, and they're ready to show it, to prove it, to stand before you with trembling hands and a heart bursting with reverence. So now, wait with peace, wait with praise, wait with faith.